Welcome to the Brownsville Minute, a community-conscious conversation and a platform that provides information, wellness, love, and unity all on a digital platform. And our goal is to try to make sure that our community residents are informed, conscious, and that we are connecting the dots on a virtual platform. The Brownsville Minute is designed for everyone. Please join us with the Brownsville Minute. Well, hello, hey there, good people. I am really excited to have you join us today. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of the Brownsville Minute. My name is Anita Pierce, and I'm your host and producer of the Brownsville Minute, where we strive to provide another platform where you can get information about all of the good happenings that's happening in Brownsville and, of course, with our cousins in East New York. And so I am really excited to generate and also to be able to share another reliable resources that exist right within our own backyard within East New York, which is the East New York Restoration LDC. And the East New York LDC is really committed to sharing, providing community resources that we all need. So I know that, if you're looking for different resources to be able to grow either a business or to learn a new skill, this is another point of entry within a community that's directly within a community that can help you grow and develop. Now, the question is, are you ready to take advantage of these resources? But you don't have to take my word for it. How about we speak to one of the phenomenal directors of the East New York Restoration LDC? I'm going to bring along today's guest, Ms. Johnson. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Thank you for joining the Brownsville Minute today.
Thank you so much, cousin. I like that intro and everything. Yeah, we are cousins, Brownsville, East New York.
Yeah, they don't want to be accepting us at times, but we cousins. We're cousins. Even if we second or third cousins, we are cousins. Welcome.
Thank you once again for allowing a platform to promote just Brooklyn overall and the beauty of our community of Brooklyn overall. So this is a great opportunity. My name is Tiara Johnson. I'm from East New York Restoration, LDC. We are located at 1159 Elton Street between Egan Street. Just a quick background on our mission. to keep East New York clean and green. That's one of the missions, but also inspiring and help promote local business owners out here, and also people in the residents of having choosing different new careers, giving them options. What we've been doing in terms of the green team we have going is we clean up in different areas of East New York. One of them is New Lots Plaza, Pennsylvania. Right now, we just going to do monthly cleanups that we work with closely with Department of Sanitation, but also we work with local gardens. Um, it's a beautiful thing that I'm born and raised here, but I didn't know how many gardens there are here in East New York, just over probably 200 plus.
Mhm.
So we work at local gardens for the summer and during the winter time. So we have a lot of young adults, teenagers that do summer youth with us, and we do cleanups at the local gardens. And even during when it gets colder, you have some people who own the gardens and they're getting older. So we like to help our elders. We like to, put our hand out and help out and, still maintain those gardens. So we go around the area of East New York and we have a good relationship with a good majority of gardens that we work closely with. Right now, we are promoting since the summer. Well, I believe we started in May. We have the Melvin Faulkner's Adult Center, and this center that we have here at our location, we have provided classes for SIPS, which is a sanitized instrument class where if you went to the hospital, God forbid you don't have to, but you did surgery, you the nurses or the doctors do not clean those tools. You have an actual group of people that are certified on doing that. So we provided those classes here for a couple of weeks. We just finished that, I believe, in August. Also, we have HVAC, which you can learn how to install heating and air conditioner equipment for apartments or homes. We work closely with the actual private construction company Taurus. So with this, these classes are free, and we have them in the community for people, to be able to get the type of education and the type of work experience that they're going to need for the world, that's here to come.
Now, I'm going to just pause you just for because you mentioned, um, a couple of opportunities that I know that there is a gap meaning into the workforce. So HVAC is huge in construction, um, but you offer these services for free? For
Yes.
free.
So, and that's why in terms of the time period, when we're going to start back hopefully by next year, because what we are doing is networking with the private companies, and one of the construction private companies are black owned because we want to represent ourselves. We want to in the community as minorities. So with tourist construction, they are basically the actual mentors, people that are teaching our participants into doing different courses. Also, we work closely with Man Up. I don't know if you are familiar
Mhm.
with them, but Man Up
Okay.
is a really, really big name and really big in the community in terms of having your OSHA, having those, um, having that first and before you get into this construction. There's different grants that's out there since we're a nonprofit. So we look closely and make sure the grants that we do apply for, it will be suitable for us as the organization and for the community. So hopefully I was able to answer that. But yeah, it's basically us being the liaison. Like we know different organizations, private companies. So we're like, hey, bring them here, bring them to the east, bring them to Brownsville, bring them different, bring them, to the place that we know that's needed. Because they're doing so much construction around here, and so many building up new homes. We want you as a resident to build your own, to have it, and to learn, that type of grasp onto that information.
But also you mentioned a couple of components about, you talked about, utilizing the resources, the direct resources through the cleaning, gardening, and helping support that ecosystem. But I also am listening as well, and hearing that you are creating a local economy for those who are interested or and being exposed to different careers. Everyone doesn't want to go to school, right? And that's when I
Mm,
mean school, I mean college. That yes,
yeah.
we all have to finish high school. That is that's our truth, right? Or comma
Yeah.
or you can test through the GED programs, or you can do that.
Yep.
Those are very viable options. But everyone doesn't
Mhm.
want to go to college. And so you are elevating very important entry points for our community, that you can graduate from high school or take your GED as an alternative, and then enter into a career that will help to sustain you and your family. So I want to elevate that, because a lot of times, when we are thinking about what exists within our respective communities, we think that, oh, programming doesn't exist. It does.
It sure do. And thank you for that. What how I look at it, it's one like since I'm born and raised out here in East New York, and also having conversations with the residents of East New York, and collaborating with other organizations, or just being and listening out in the streets. You know, school for me, yes, is very important. You should always have your academics. That's just me personally,
Mhm.
but it's great to have a trade, and we need to encourage the youth, and even people now. Like, I'm 37. If I would have known certain things I know now, I probably would have hopped on it, you know, before. I could still do it, and that's the thing. We do encourage that with the participants that do come to through our doors. Like, you're never too old. If you want to do this and you're able to, be willing and able, then it's yours. The actual resources is here. Like, you don't have to pay for the test. We'll be able to pay for that. You do the class, because it depends on. For instance, I'll give you in terms of HVAC. We had it like 2 days out the week, and after you have to take the test, and we was able to provide people to take the test, and we pay for it. So it's just given that opportunity, because a lot of these tests is not cheap. Some tests is $200. Classes is pricey, 1,000 or up or more, and get your foot in the door. At least with us, we want to be the liaison. You come, you do the class, you get the certification. You even working with one of the private companies, so you're gonna be in the class. You learning the trade, and a good thing is some of the participants for the HVAC, they were doing construction,
Mm.
and now they have certain extra certifications for certain things. You have some people that do construction, they do the cleanup, but now they can say, hey, I got a certification. I know how to build a AC. I know how to do a heating system. I know, that type of thing. We want to expose our residents and the people who are definitely, willing and able to, like, in terms of East New York, to like ex- explore East New York more than just be a living space. This is a place of, you know, evolution in its own way.
I couldn't agree with you more about having um resources coming directly from the community. um I'm really curious about, so not only does your organization offer that those type of trade educational opportunities. I had a chance to participate as a vendor most recently at
Yeah.
the East New York 5K, and I have to tell you, I miss running it. Run, walk, you could run and walk, but it is an opportunity. And what I really love about it, not only are there vendors, I think that is a byproduct of the fact that it is a real community event. And could you share about the process, and what that looks like for next year, because you missed it for this year, so make sure you are aware. Ms. Johnson to tell you more about that.
So we just celebrated our eighth annual 5K walk or run event, and like you said, it is a definite community it's a togetherness. It's a big event from the vendors and from on our end, you know, the different resources that's there from the ASCP. We had definitely from Brownsville Minute came. It's just bringing people a gathering because it's so funny where you have some people like I don't run now. I really walk too much. That's okay. Just come to the event and because even after everybody's running, walking, they get their trophies and stuff like that. We also have different events. We had a double dutch. We have uh, we have workout sessions. Fit for Life, Sister Nakisha Smith, who is one of our partners of East New Restoration. She does a lot of workout classes with us Mondays to Thursdays. But for that particular day, just doing a nice stretch or just doing a nice beginning walk. So those type of experiences, just come outside and get the resources. Because even if you don't walk or run, like they were saying, I told people like we had that AS, it was the ASPCA. Is it was for cats or dogs. So listen, you want to bring your cat outside, you want to bring your dog. They have different resources in terms of care if they wanted to get neutered that day or do grooming. So we had that type of stuff available. So I think that was great. So that meant for us to continue to do what we always do and to go out in the streets, go out to different organizations and knock on that door. Because a lot of people want to think about going to certain vendor tables unless we kind of informed them about it. So it was really special. So it was the eighth annual. So definitely for next year, it hopefully be bigger and better. So each year we have it around October, and we have it on our website. But I, since we are talking about it now, this is going to be a bigger, better thing in terms of you probably see me out in the streets within 2 weeks before the event. I'm giving out flyers or inside different mom and pop stores or different corner stores or even ShopRite. They are a big vendor there. They're a big supporter, sponsor. Fusion East, which is right here up the block from us. They are great sponsors. So it's just something for people just to come out and just enjoy themselves. Even if you're just standing there just chilling, enjoying the music, or just the little things. So yeah, it's really
I can tell you
great.
it's fun. This is
Yeah.
my going into my third year as being a vendor, and each time I actually brought my little person this time, and she, wanted to dance, wanted to get her face painted. Um, in other words, she was not at the table being responsible team leader, but it's a really fun filled event, and it does allow for um, building community in healthier and different ways. So I really appreciate it. And I wanted to talk on another offering that you all have about your small business resources. Could you tell us a little bit more about what that specifically for East New York residents, what that looks like?
So for the beginning process when Eastern Restoration was built, we have small cubicles here. So I would definitely give you the website probably to see the actual layout of it, or people who's more than welcome to come to 1159 Elton Street to come by and visit us. But for one of the services that we was doing, definitely during COVID, which was a terrible time for anyone. So imagine for small business owners on New Lots or over here on Euclid or Fountain. So we was able to collaborate with different banks. One was the Brooklyn Collaborative Federal Credit Union. At the time, they was giving grants for 2,500 or to $10,000 to small business owners. So my colleagues and definitely people from the credit union, we are knocking on doors and trying to provide, grants. And if they didn't, if they wasn't receptive of that, we definitely have what is the PPP, the protective gear with the masks and gloves. If I went to the bodega, want to give them some gloves and give them masks. So we was able to do that all year round, and we still do that too. So that's one of the things. One of the next service. what I was talking about in terms of the office space. We rent out small offices to business owners. Um, Sometimes they want to use a PO box, so we have a virtual office. So if you are a business owner but you don't have an actual storefront yet, you don't have a factory yet, but you want to still have like your mail, or like a PO box in a way, you can do it here for a small price. It's like $40 a month. But we also have cubicle space that we also rent. The price is sometimes negotiable. Or let's say somebody wanted to, have a meeting and they want to have it at home or have it at at a Starbucks. They could come here to a professional setting and have it at our conference room for a low fee, for 2 hours or so, and sit down, go do some work, free Wi-Fi. So that's the stuff that we provide. Like I'm very excited about a young sister. She did a pop-up shop. She's a clothing store. She's a clothing owner. It's called Styles Galore. And probably 2 years ago, we did a pop-up shop. And it was during COVID. And but she's like, listen, I got this idea. I got these shirts. I want to sell them. And we did like a nice little pop-up shop here, kind of fixed up the place and was able to sell a couple of things. So she's supposed to be doing one this week, this Saturday, on the 19th from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So if anybody's interested, definitely come on down. But it's just giving that support. Like you do have a lot of creative, wonderful, artistic, like art, everything, music, everything going on, and we don't really know about it. We might look at our phones all the time, but for me, I don't really have social media, none of that. So if I'm walking past somewhere here, and you might hear the music outside because you see Fusion, or you sister with the pop up shop, she's advertising her products. We want to be able to provide that. We want to be behind that. We want to support that. Just be a support. So in terms of small business, yeah,
So here's
and just
some new
other things.
discoveries. So I want to, before you add on, Ms. Johnson, I want
Hmm.
to, highlight something which I didn't know. I didn't know that you provide virtual office space for small businesses. Do you know how critical information that is for small businesses? So, a lot of small businesses, as you know, Ms. Johnson, they start up and they need a virtual or credit. They need to build business credit, and utilizing a virtual office, and one that's reasonable, and that you will get a telephone number or access, is very important to the growth of your business. So I really want to elevate that this is something that is in our own backyard, a professional co-working space that you can utilize within your backyard to be able to help you to grow and scale your business. So don't overlook that. But you were mentioning more
I
services
appreciate
that
that.
you offer for small businesses. Do tell.
Well, I mean, it's well, I won't say small, but like let's say somebody had like, oh, I need to make a printout of my LLC, or I need to get like print out certain things. It could come in here. Sometimes staples might be too packed or it's too complicated. I know for me it is, but you need to stack something over, or those the little things. Surprisingly, that is so major out here. I'm like, oh, it shouldn't be hard to get a notary or a fax or whatever, but it is. It really is. So it's just us really trying to. It's not to sound cliche, but like a voice, but just being like that extending hand. You know, I hold out my hand. I hope you take it, and you know that I want to be able to assist you the best way I can. Because there's sometimes people do come through the door and it's be not informative, but I'm going to be resourceful the best way. Or one of my colleagues will that they know some another organization, or they know something else outside of Eastern Restoration LDC that we can help them with. And that's the one thing. Like these, if you come in, you're not gonna come out empty-handed. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do that.
And so just in wrapping up our first of many conversations, what
Yeah,
are the three
definitely. Because
what are the three things that you can advise communities, those stakeholders within a community, if they want to use your resources, what are three things that you can say, come right on in, we'll be able to help you with?
In terms of contacting us,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, we have online. You go to the website, as you can see here. Definitely by phone. If you call right now, I'm gonna be the one picking up, or just coming through our doors. We also have an Instagram, which I'm so terrible at that because I don't use social media, which is terrible. But we do have, when you do go on the website, you will see our other social media platforms that you could get in contact with us. You may not hear from me with Instagram, but by phone, by emails, you definitely will, or person. So that's the way you could definitely get in contact with us. Um, like I said before, we work closely with Man Up. There's certain events that happen. We have flyers. I'm kind of old school with the marketing. Like, there's nothing wrong with a flyer or a poster somewhere because visuals is very, very good. It's different when you see it out in the streets. You keep seeing it on a continual basis. But those are a couple of ways you can see us and get in contact with us.
And so I want to also, just elevate the fact that, for those who are interested in, classes, but just to re-elevate that there is a, excuse me, a local resource that if you are looking to rent space, um, East New York Restoration LDC does have coworker space opportunities where you can rent or use as a virtual office. Make sure you call to, just connect, even if it's, just to say hello. But before we wrap up, I always like to close the show with some really fun questions. One word questions. You ready?
Okay. Okay.
Nope, I'm not ready. All right. What's your favorite borough?
BK.
See, we back at the it's that BK swag. He's
What?
like,
I mean,
how dare you ask me?
no, no. I could have said Manhattan, but
Yeah, so
BK.
it's
And
the
what's yours?
I'm from Brooklyn, Brownsville, Brooklyn, so it's you know, I have like a high affinity for BK all day. So, what do you do in your downtime?
Oh, after work. Well, I don't live too far from my work location, so I walk a lot. And my main thing is, I don't look like it, but my main thing is, yeah,
Mm-mm.
music. I love to sit and listen to music. I've been like this since a child. My mother, I could sit home all day. We ain't had cable, so my thing was just listen to the radio. And to this day, music. My downtime is just sitting back, listening to music. Um, being around family. My godchildren and hanging with them. But if I just need that me time, I'm gonna take a nice walk and put some good old music on. Depends on if it's a Sade or like the young kids now, Lil Uzi, all that different stuff. I'm a Drake
See,
fan. I be in my feelings, so I'm gonna walk with Drake.
I like that you have some depth of music. When you mentioned Sade, I'm like, oh, that's an old soul. Because I play
Yes.
that, my daughter be looking at me like, like let's no. So I try to tell her I'm saved and I loved all type of genre of
Hey,
music.
hey,
But
you
on
play the
any
kids of
given
life.
day, there's some sort of trap music within my vehicle without the kid. So I'm from Brownsville. I like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got the MOP going. You got the MOP on.
Yep. How
Yeah,
about some
yeah.
hardcore? Yep. There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh, you got to make me. Uh-oh. I'm about to run.
He's like,
About to
she's like,
make a
as
push for it.
soon as we finish. So the other question is, what's your favorite attire? Sneakers or shoes?
Oh, always sneakers, but of course, depends on the day or, for instance, certain events. Shoes is good. I like them. I like looking at them. Uh, could I wear heels? No, I could look at them. I could take a picture of them. Like, ooh, they cute. But sneakers, yeah, it's just a comfortability for me. But I love shoes. But I could just look at them from a distance. I have a very few pairs of shoes, which you gave me an idea. I have to buy some more. You know, I can't go to the fundraiser with wallabies on. You know what I'm saying? I just can't really do that too much no more. I gotta step it up a little bit.
That's a good one, the wallaby.
Yeah,
That's a
come on,
that's
Brownsville though.
yeah, yeah, that's you bring back some great memories. So, what is the legacy that you would like to leave for yourself and your family?
Mm. Well, that's now if I don't want to seem like a double edge, but if I'm looking at it in terms of Easter restoration, if anything, if I'm not here anymore, I just know leaving here, the people I work with, the love, the kindness, the resources, the growth that they have given me and given others, that's something that will always, I want that to be contagious for everybody. I love it. For me, my legacy, I already know. Like I just know that I just try to just be 100% at what I need to do on a day-to-day basis. Um, I have to learn how to, live instead of staying alive. Got to learn how to live more. So that's what I want people to, live, on my legacy way. Learn how to live and don't be in survival mode. Certain things you just gotta look up in the sky, or go outside and get the air. Like, oh, okay, that's it's a beautiful day. Despite that, stuff is legal now. You go outside, you smell other things, but hey, but just being in a good space even when you're not. But if anything, I could as my legacy. Thank you for asking that because I never been asked that. So I think the legacy for me right now, as we talking as today, as we speak, for me will be just start living. Don't be
Mm,
alive. Just start getting into that field that I'm here. I'm at least one person could smile at me and I gave them a smile or a hello to somebody that they
yeah.
probably didn't get that hello in days or weeks. So like being kind, continue to be kind.
Yeah, those are you bring up something that living instead of like, surviving that kind of that hit me in my chest because I know that sometimes um they used to say wake up and smell the coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but using that as an analogy and really like thinking about, the protecting our peace, our mental health, right? But also really utilizing different things like you mentioned, just waking up and smelling air or, waking up in a space of gratitude, really living. And, I just want to add exploring life because life has so
Yes,
much to offer and taking advantage of the resources that exist within our communities. Well, Ms. Johnson, thank you for joining the Brownsville Minute.
you already know. Please invite me. We do it again, please. Because it's gonna be more resources and more classes that's gonna happen, and I'm gonna hit you up like, girl, this class is about to go down. So
So anything that we can do, because
okay,
again, we are cousins. So don't act
yep.
like you don't know me when you see me, cousin. So
Now you the favorite cousin. You the favorite cousin got the phone number. You know, you got other cousins that you be like, hey girl, how you doing? They don't got the phone number. Now you the cousin, you got the number. You good. You good. You good. For real. You that cousin. You that cousin. Like I'm at the grocery store, like girl, you ain't got to sell on them some wingets, right? I'm gonna get you one. Cause you that cousin. They got Haagen Dazs on sale. You that cousin. I got you.
yeah, that
Other
see,
cousins, I'm
yeah,
like, hey girl.
that's
You know, you do the
yeah.
hey girl, like your hand all messed up. Hey girl, how you doing? Down the block.
Well, definitely come back anytime. I'm glad that we were able to share resources. We'll continue to share as often as we receive them. We'll check the website, but definitely for those residents in East New York, Brownsville, East Brooklyn, definitely check out eastnewyorkrestoration.org or 718-676-5920. But I also like to plug that East New York Restoration is an organization that can use resources on their website.
Yeah.
You can shop through Amazon. You know, we all shopping through Amazon. All of us are still shopping through Amazon. So
I
there's a
see.
link on eastnewyorkrestoration.org. As soon as you log in, you can have the donations. Part of your packaging that comes from the Amazon resources will go directly there. So I always like to have that as a plug because this is a business as well and does rely on the donations and generosity of our community residents. So Giving Tuesday is coming. This is an
Mm.
organization that you can definitely, 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 definitely put your 10, $15, $20 if you have it to do so. But if not, think of other ways by simply spreading the word, by liking and sharing the resources that the East New York Restoration has to offer. And a lot of the services, especially the education stuff, is for free. So no excuses, folks. But Ms. Johnson, thank you so much for joining the Brownsville Minute. I will see you again soon.
Thank you. Peace and blessings. Thank you. And thank you, everyone.
All right, take good care. And so you see, good people, I am trying to explain to you that the resources are in our backyard, not to be overlooked, not to be saying that we can't receive, be a part of, but I am really excited to say that the East New York Restoration does offer space rentals for, if you're a small business and you're looking to, um, start your business and you need a space, please check out um, the East New York Restoration LDC as a place where you can utilize, rent, or use as a virtual office. You can call the number listed there. As you know, on the Brownsville Minute, I love to offer up, additional resources since we're talking about, communal and where if you're looking to enter into the business space, these are resources that exist here as well. Through the New York City Small Business Resource Network, you have an opportunity to sign up and to receive those services there for free. And also, again, if we're considering another pathway or another entryway to enter into a variety of different spaces, specifically for businesses, we have a number of chambers of commerce that exist within the 5 boroughs, upstate, national. Take advantage of these resources because they do exist within the community. A lot of them are for free, and you do not have to worry about, especially this time when we're looking to figure out how to utilize our resources differently. This is a pathway to enter into. So please like, share, tell your cousins to watch the Brownsville Minute. We are really excited to have you join us today. And we're going to share some community announcement because there are a lot of things that are happening. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the Brownsville Minute, a community-conscious conversation and a platform that provides information, wellness, love, and unity all on a digital platform. And our goal is to try to make sure that our community residents are informed, conscious, and that we are connecting the dots on a virtual platform. The Brownsville Minute is designed for everyone. Please join us with the Brownsville Minute.